607 Unc really sacrificed his son, bro. That's crazy.
In the 90s, St. Louis was one of the most dangerous cities in America. Crime was high, hope was low, and the line between survival and success was thin as a shoelace.
that like, man,
That's
if
the
y'all
environment 607 Unc came up in. Not much is known about his early life, but public records show that at just 17 years old, 607 Unc, aka Lawrence Neal Bolden Sr., was arrested for burglary and felony stealing before he even had a chance to graduate high school. But the court gave him a chance, gave him a suspended sentence, probation, community service, but that window closed fast. Multiple violations followed, and in 2000, he was officially sentenced to 3 years in the Missouri Department of Corrections. And if we're being honest, for a young black man in the early 2000s, that could have been the end of his story. But when 607 Unc came home, he didn't pick up where he left off. He flipped the whole blueprint. When 607 Unc came home, he tried to make his rap career a reality.
Don't want it with me. I got a clip that you don't want to see. And I ain't talking about no PG movies.
Shit.
Street sweepers and Uzis. Clips feel high. Bullet tips read.
He still sound the same too. I swear to God on my mama. He just regular here. He's just a regular nigga here. That's crazy.
Do me. I'm the sickest nigga living. The illest rapper spitting, trying to take me off my pivot like shooting from a distance. Ball, pistons, y'all, bitches, or is it flow? Christmas.
Although he tried his hardest, the rap dream just didn't hit the way 607 Unc thought it would. Maybe too much time had passed, maybe the scene had changed, but he didn't sit still. Instead, he flipped the blueprint. He opened his own phone business from the ground up, fixing, buying, and selling phones out of St. Louis. For a lot of ex-cons, getting a job is hard. But Unc made his own lane. Entrepreneur, street tech, hustler.
He looked like he fresh out of jail.
And he didn't just sell phones. Eventually, he was able to buy broken ones, and he would flip those. He would rebuild them, sold them back. In a city where fast money talks louder than resumes, that made him a boss in his own right. Now, depending on who you ask, the business wasn't always smooth. There were rumors, people claiming some of the phones were stolen or saying they got scammed.
Right Connection, we appreciate the continued support from loyal customers. Everything that you're hearing related to the business is a lie, it's false, it's a
swear to God on my mama.
I send my apologies out to anyone who has been offended by anything that come related to my page and my business.
But nothing was ever proven, no charges filed.
Yeah, I mean, he said he was in business since 2011, so
he stayed consistent, always promoting, always upgrading. His name was starting to ring out, not for music, but for motion, legal motion. But then 2020 hit, COVID shut the world down, and just like that, everybody's hustle had to evolve fast.
Ooh. Let me find out Unc ran it up.
In late 2019, his business, Right Connection, came to a quiet end.
And he had a business.
The content slowed down, and then COVID hit, and like everybody else, 607 Unc had to adjust. Before the pandemic, he was already studying marketing and helping his son, KingB, with music.
That's the son he sacrificed, KingB. It's crazy.
But when 2020 rolled around, something changed. Right there on Facebook, he says it himself. He can help people get PPP loans. He doesn't hide it, he promotes it, and not for free. He's clear that he wants a cut. He was like a financial advisor for the streets. This is real deal, high volume PPP talk. And in St. Louis during that time, a lot of folks were running plays just like that. Now look, I'm not saying Unc committed fraud.
I just seen a video saying 607 Unc got his son back. So his son's still alive. So how he sacrificing?
He had a real business. He probably qualified for a loan. But when someone goes from low-key to fully laced in designer, seemingly overnight, and starts posting about getting people paid, people are going to talk. Before COVID, he was wearing basic tees and regular drip. And after COVID, he's wearing techs, sweatsuits, holding stacks in his hand. The whole aesthetic changed. And right around that same time, so did his mission. He didn't want to be an owner of a phone company anymore. He wanted something that more aligned with his true self. He wanted to pave the road for the next rappers out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Interesting. Paving the way for
Unc helped his son sign his first record deal and helped him achieve his dreams. He was able to meet Sway Lee, Playboy Cardi, Jaden Smith, and he was really blowing
KingB 314
up in his lane. That's when Unc announced he was opening Worldwide Hustle Studios and Artist Development in St. Louis, and he started doing some of his first big interviews around that time.
Introduce yourself, let the people know who you is.
They know I am.
Posted in a year, bro.
Basically, like you be kind of stepping up for the younger generation, like speaking up for them.
Yeah, who gonna help them? They want to go the same place I'm trying to go.
So Unc was making a big name for himself. Behind the scenes, he was applying marketing strategies, posting game about business, and still offering people help with loans and funding. He kept positioning himself as someone who could teach the hustle, whether it was marketing, money, or music. He wanted to be the guy who had the blueprint, but not everything was as polished. Around this time, he started linking up with more young cats, some of them up and coming rappers, some of them just down to ride. The crew was hitting LA, and a few posts started to raise eyebrows. My eyebrows, at least. One story showed one of his guys with a bunch of weed out in LA. Unc reposted it and wrote, "If you know, you know. St. Louis, tap in."
They hit for them
Now,
bags.
nothing was confirmed, but the implication seems
you already
kind
know
of clear.
he hit. He
Then came the LA
bags.
salon, where he was gonna have girls from St. Louis who were
and then it's like, if you hit for
come
all
up.
them bags, you don't mind risking catching a flight back because you just hit for them. It ain't like you paid for them. You know what I'm saying? You hit for the bags. So if you take a nigga a couple bags from a nigga and you get them bitches back to St. Louis, oh, touchdown. They trying to, but they already getting the EDD money too. Smart criminals.
To LA to come do
That's
hair.
one thing about being from the churches, bro. Like the way we be learning how to make money conventionally, when we turn to business and legal, this shit easy because niggas had to really take heart pounding risk. So when it comes to certain like financial and business risk and niggas don't give a fuck about that. Like social media or like doing certain like, bro, that shit don't matter because nigga, if you ain't knocking at my door, if you ain't at my head for real in real life, that shit ain't real. That's how most niggas think that's from the streets, bro. Like niggas that used to set niggas up and line up and backdoor and all this shit. I ain't the streetest niggas, but I done did my 1-2. And nigga, it's way easier to get it by content, bro. I could do this shit every day. Nigga, my heart not pounding. I don't got no adrenaline rushes. I ain't trying to backdoor nigga.
Hair, they're gonna sell beauty products. They had a masseuse room where 607 Unc showed how that room would work. And it was just really interesting because paired with the weed, it just really made you think, you know, maybe there was something else going on there. Money laundering, a little happy ending or something like that.
This
Who
nigga's
knows?
not viral
In the
no
middle of all
ways,
that,
like,
he also started a trucking company, another business move, another lane, but all these lanes started to blur. Was this legit business? Was it a cover for something else? Or was he just doing what every hustler from St. Louis tries to do? Spin what he had into something bigger. Chapter 5. Life isn't easy. It will always be a roller coaster. After the salon in LA started gaining traction, something unexpected happened. A girl, allegedly brought out to help launch his clothing brand, starts airing him out online. She claimed she had to sleep with someone just to get her hair done and ended up stranded in LA.
Who fault is that? What? Why do women do this? Why do they go to a certain place and get a certain treatment and then be like, oh, this happened? Why didn't you leave immediately? Why would you even go there? Expecting as soon as somebody would have been like, oh, you gotta do this and this, I would have been like, what? Nigga, I'm out, bro. I'm out. But you gonna hold me against my will? Call the police. Simple.
607, on the other hand, denied all of
and
it.
get fucked
He said
all
he
night.
treated her well, and the
And
whole
they'd be
thing
like,
got
oh,
him
they
off
did
guard.
something to me.
Well, gotta know we rocking, man. Check it out, man. Listen to a rumor or something on me. Let me show you what I got for $15,000. I took care of a motherfucker for months.
It's a boutique shop, so she was supposed to do some clothes.
So look, don't tell her this.
Ah, them shit's ugly as hell.
You put more time working than fucking and sucking dick, he would be stuck in California. So guess what, bitch?
Hey, that don't got no. That's not his problem. If you want some Catch a Glitch shirts, man, get the merch, man. Email me.
Listen, stay
My
there.
shit way better than
This
that.
wouldn't be the last moment of controversy tied to the West Coast chapter of his story. Around the same time, PPP loan talk started bubbling up again, but this time it felt different. In one video, 607 could be seen asking his own mother for her social security number.
I said send me your social, your front and back of your ID, and all that stuff. I'm gonna get you some paper real quick.
I'll get this free money.
Send it to me. I'm gonna get, what you mean it ain't gonna happen? Man, send me your social. I swear to God and my mama, I'm gonna get you together.
He talking about swear to God. He talking about
And
swear to God
another,
on
he's
my
flexing
mama,
stacks of
mama.
money, dropping captions like, "You want in? Tap in." If it wasn't already clear, the PPP narrative wasn't just a phase, it was an ongoing hustle.
He getting off.
And despite the distractions, his focus on building a local rap empire never slowed down. Interviews show him sitting at a table full of young artists, some
Oh, wow.
familiar faces, others new, plotting the next big STL wave. But one thing stood out. His son KingB suddenly went quiet.
Yeah, that's
no
weird.
new songs, no social media posts, just silence, and nobody knows why. In the middle of all of this, 607 made one of his boldest claims yet, that he was the original writer behind Nelly's breakout Country
Nah,
Grit.
what blew him up is he said he sacrificed his son on the interview. I don't know why he don't talk about this shit on his story, but the real shit is he sacrificed his son. He said that shit out of his mouth. But this the thing though, right? When you go to KingB 314 page, he posted a year ago with some locks in Vegas. So he might still be alive. Is this really his son though, or was it just the artist he was working with?
Grammar.
I know you heard. I heard you speak a lot
Just
about
call him son.
how you got out the Illuminati for making that ultimate sacrifice, which we'll get into or not
You
get
see,
into a little
he
bit
not
later.
talking about it on the video.
But you never
this
speak about how
interview
you got
talking about
in.
it.
I ain't heard about you ain't never break that part down.
So I got in from Country Grammar. When I wrote Country Grammar, we all got in together. Me, Nelly, Ali, Murphy, all lunatics. We all there. We got in together. That's what. Yeah, I just left. Yeah, well, I didn't leave. I was forced to leave.
Whether you believe him or not, it was clear that he was aiming for legacy, not just relevance. That same mindset led to the creation of his first street compilation, Street Country Grammar, a name clearly meant to echo the legacy he claimed to be a part of. He brought in names like Sexy Red and 30 Deep Grimy, putting together what he hoped would be a defining St. Louis moment. And through it all, one thing never changed: his dog Ace, a small white pup, always around, always posted. Maybe a symbol of loyalty in a world that kept shifting around him.
We'll be done. We let them know we here. But they don't pick up the phone when I'm here. They talk to me when I'm not here. Shut up, Ace. I'm doing interviews, Ace. You see me working. Fuss about it. They don't want to play with you. Stop, Ace. They don't want to talk to you. Them dogs don't like you. They don't know you rich. They don't know you rich.
I gotta
Sit
get
down.
a
They don't know
dog,
you
bro.
rich
I ain't
yet.
gonna lie. That's funny.
Listen.
Or a cat. Well, I got cats already, but them niggas be outside.
I ain't do it. Ace do it. Ace said that the dog gotta know about Street Country Grammar. He said can't nobody on earth don't know about Street Country Grammar.
Dogs be rocking with you though. You know what I'm saying? Dogs really be rocking out. Cats is more like they fuck with you, but like they be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm my own being. Cats will look at you like, nigga, I'm my own being. You know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But a dog gonna rock with you like right next to you. Like, what we on, bro? What's up? Where we going? Hey. You know what I'm saying? Cat's gonna be like, I'll fuck with you for a little bit right now. All right, get away from me for 19 hours. You be like, damn. As soon as you don't pay attention, like I used to have this cat at this old B&B I used to stay at, and every time I try to get attention to the cat, they want to like act bougie. But when I'm just minding my business in the kitchen or something, they want to lay on my leg. Or when I sit down on the couch and act like I don't see them, like they all start coming. They start coming to me and try to rub on me and shit. I'm like, nah, leave me alone. Nah, don't press up now.
It's a dog party. See, Country Grandma's coming.
It's a dog party.
Girl, don't run from him. Ace, don't run from that dog. Ace, don't run from that dog. Hey, don't you run from him. Hey.
Chapter 6, From the Block to the Unknown. It's wild to think how far 607 has come. From a kid with big rap dreams to a man who gave up chasing stardom for himself so he could help others break out of the city he was never able to leave behind.
Damn.
That's what Street Country Grammar was all about. A compilation stacked with rising STL talent like Sexy Red and 30 Deep Grimy. That was his way of giving his city a shot. And the thing is, throughout all the hustles, the phone store, the trucking company, the salon in LA, 607 never stopped giving back. Whether it was free toy drives or barbecue block parties, he stayed tapped in with his community. He was flashy, no doubt, but he made sure the people around him felt that success too. And here's where the story starts to twist. At one point, 607 claimed he was the ghostwriter behind Country Grammar. Yeah, that's Nelly's breakout shit. He says that's how he got into the Illuminati. Was it a joke? Was it real? I don't know. But recently we've been seeing a lot of strange rituals and strange captions from 607, and if you've been watching closely, the signs have always been there. Just recently, he went on No Jumper and got into it with 4 Extra, a known LA gang member.
Right.
The argument turned heated. Threats were made. 607 said he wasn't ever coming back to No Jumper again. Then the 4th of July happened. 4 Extra blew off his hand in a freak firework accident just days after 607 posted about doing his rituals. Coincidence? Or did 607 unlock something darker than we ever expected? I've got more to say about this, including a theory that might sound crazy unless you've been paying attention. In my next video, we're going deep into what happened to 4 Extra and why I believe 607 may be spiritually tied.
With 607 with him, when he said he sacrificed his son, I just seen a comment and they said he might be talking about signing his rights over to somebody else. He said, I think he means signed over rights of his son to someone. Look up Brian Reynolds. He's talked about the fallen angel bloodline doing things like, okay, I thought they was going to give me a producer name or something. But should I make a video on this? I swear to God on my mama. Catch Up Glitch merch is out now, man. I got the white colors coming soon, but so far we got the black Tap, man. We got medium, small, large. Lock in, man. $45 a shirt. Email